The Stampeder running back and a first down at the 41. And that pass got to Romby Bryant. And he steps out with another first down. Dante Marsh with a break on the ball. Looked like he had a line on it, but a fastball from Burris and a completion.
Henry Burris gets a hint here because there's Rob Cote and there's linebacker Joe Henderson. Cote is going to exit here, and he's going to line up at tight end, and he's going to take off and go in motion. You see 48 go with him. Henry Burris knows now that he's got man-to-man, and when he gets man-to-man, he's going to Kenyon Ramble or Nick Lewis.
First down, Burris steps up and takes off and surges down to the 45-yard line. That should be enough for another Calgary first down.
You know, last week against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Henry Burris rushed 6 times for 55 yards. It's a big part of his game. I know there was some newspaper articles written today about how Henry Burris is 35 years old and looking like he's playing like he's around 27 years old, because his game is to get the run going, to move his feet, get outside the pocket, make plays on the go.
That was a season high for Burris. 55 on the ground last week, and here's Romby Bryant. He's cut down. Dante Marsh with a sure low tackle.
You know, and I asked a couple of the DBs. I asked Corey Banks, and I talked a little bit to Ryan Phillips about it. They said, yeah, we were just having some fun during the week. And I said, well, okay, you're having fun, but what if you get a chance to come in the open field and make a tackle? And, oh, yeah, we're going to hit him low. It was automatic. That was a sure tackle by Dante Marsh.
Marsh back in, did not play against Edmonton. Groin injury against Toronto. All CFL in 2008. 2nd and 8. And Burris has Nick Lewis. There's the guy who leads the league in second down conversions. That's number 13. A big one here to keep the drive alive for Calgary.
Big game last week for Nick Lewis. 160 yards receiving, on pace for his best season as a pro. He's healthy, feels good. And when he's healthy and feels good, he likes to talk.
And the Twitter account grew by 200 this week. He made so much noise, people wanted to find out what he was saying. Take the sweep, and Rob Cote may have some room. The Cochran kid steps out just beyond the first down stick.
And Nick Lewis off to a great start this season. And
so apparently there is a market for fat receivers.
Oh, hey, I know Henry Burris likes having him in the lineup. And there's the clutch catch list coming into this week. Nick Lewis right on top.
That was a line from G-Roy Simon,
yes.
Not an assessment from the booth.
No.
Stamps are marching. And Reynolds cut down on another good tackle from Davis Sanchez.
Cuts him down at the legs.
I think all those Lion DBs signed up for the Lewis Twitter account.
Yeah, they're on it, but the fact remains, this is a good drive by the Calgary Stampeders. It started in their end of the field. They're methodically moving it down using different receivers. Saw the matchup with Kenyon Rambo. There's the talk and the Twitter going. And little Nick Lewis sprinkled in.
And against Loudon Empire, 2nd and 8. Burris looking to this near side, and there's R.J. Franklin with the catch. He's going to be short of the first down.
I asked John Hufnagel during the week about the fans here in Empire Field, and he said this week they practiced basically like they were going to Mosaic Stadium in Saskatchewan with the same type of music and big speakers, trying to distract the players as they try to concentrate in the huddle and in practice, because they've heard the rumors before they came out. Mark Trestman talked about it when the Alouettes were here, that in this environment they start stamping their feet in the temporary stands. That creates a ton of noise, and it can be very distracting.
And these stands are right on top of the field. Rob Baver's been almost perfect in his rookie season. And he keeps it going with an easy one from 19 yards out. And this game is tied at 10.
One at 92.9%.
Giannis Davis, and he gets drilled there by Robert McHugh on the tackle. Well, we've seen some good things from Travis Lulay, and Wally Buono told us before the game he still has confidence in his young quarterback.
No, there's no loss of faith. I think anybody that's coached quarterbacks or, been involved with quarterbacks knows that there's going to be times that, are going to be difficult. And that's part of the learning curve. That's part of, I guess, the process that you have to go through. Friction, as they say, the more there's friction, sometimes the shinier the piece of metal gets.
Wally Buono trying to polish this diamond. And here's Lulay taking a hit as he crosses the 40-yard line and comes up with about 6 on that carry.
Versus the Edmonton Eskimos last week, didn't throw for many yards, 134 total, had a couple of interceptions in the game. We all know about the fumble that ended it. He did rush for seven times for 62 yards, and that's one thing that the BC Lions know that they can lean on with Travis Lulay, and a lot of young quarterbacks, inexperienced quarterbacks, will do that early in their career. When they don't see what they like downfield, they take off and run, and I think you encourage it if you're the Lions coaching staff.
They mark him at the 40, so it is a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. More conventional defensive set for the Stamps. And the ball gets into the hands of Geroy Simon, and he takes a wallop there from Dwight Anderson and Milt Collins.
You know what Geroy Simon did here, and you could tell that he's getting frustrated as these losses continue to pile up, because he lowers his shoulder here. Geroy Simon is usually going to make a move on you in the open field. He's done that throughout his great career, but this time you could tell he's a little frustrated with what's been going on. He wants to lead by example, lower his shoulder, and go ahead and try and be the hammer.
Simon, with 3 catches in the game, now has 797 in his career. He's closing in on a couple more milestones in his illustrious career. Big to Robertson. Oh, what a jolt that is. And Jamal Lee was separated from the football by Brandon Isaac. And the defense is really stepping up tonight.
The one thing that Travis Lulay, as this game goes on, will realize is that if he sees Brandon Isaac lined up as a linebacker like that and following the back of the backfield, that means everyone's in man-to-man defense. It is a pre-snap read that can give him a hint as he goes on.
Now they give that Saskatchewan Rough Rider look on 2nd and 10. Lulay will get it away. He's looking for Simon, but overthrows the intended target by about 5 yards.
Some of the criticism this week towards this offense has been twofold. One is to get Jamal Robertson involved and balance in the game, in the running game. It looks like Wally Buono giving his young quarterback a bit of an earful there, but the other was to get the ball to Geroy Simon, and clearly they're trying to do that.
Dion Murphy awaits, the all-purpose yardage leader, and flags fly as there was some movement pre-snap, and it goes against the Lions.
Illegal procedure, BC number 45, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
That's Jason Araki, special teams leader of the Lions.
Good yard, man. Good.
Good boot by McCallum. Murphy at his 21. And tripped up quickly after a 46-yard punt by McCallum.
Shop at Safeway.
Time for our Scotiabank Show Your Colors fan tribute. Tonight we salute the Colbys, Stuart and 9-year-old Sam, who visited us in the booth. He's been playing for 3 years, an offensive, defensive lineman. How about Geroy Simon being one of his coaches?
Yeah, and Sam, I let him use the telestrator when he was here. and he drew up the field goal for the Grey Cup between Montreal and Saskatchewan almost perfectly.
Showed you a few things about that telestrator, didn't he? Glenn Jackson was Stewart's favorite. And the neat thing here is Stewart came here as a kid, and the seats he's sitting in very close to the area where he came with his dad to watch BC Lion games.
Sam is a defensive lineman on that team. And coached by G-Roy Simon. How about that?
I wonder if G-Roy coaches the D-lineman. Second down, draw, John Cornish. First down, and a spin across the 40 for John Cornish, who's become a bigger part of this Calgary offense in 2010.
Boy, perfect call for the Calgary Stampeders, because I want to show you Karan Williams here. Watch how he comes out of his stance. He's getting ready to run a stunt. In other words, he's going to vacate his hole. And John Cornish, it's the perfect call for him to go ahead and take this draw, delayed draw. You see how number 9 gets up in his stance and then vacates? That opens up the hole for Cornish.
12-yard run for John Cornish, a first down for the Stamps at the 41. Back into the hands of Cornish, and this time not as successful as Dominique Pittman. The fine rookie defensive end makes the tackle. Lions going with only 5 defensive linemen tonight with the injury to Aaron Hunt. And maybe they'll benefit from the fact that it is a cool night here on the West Coast.
Well, and I'm interested to see how Karan Williams plays inside. Mike Benavides in the booth to your left. Defensive coordinator has been forced to move it back to his natural position.
They go 3 down line, and there another great second down conversion. Nick Lewis up high to pull that one down.
Yeah, Nick Lewis knew in that part of the field that there's someone coming to put his helmet right between the 8 and the 2, and he gets a good shot here because he has to climb the ladder. We saw him do that last week with that great hurdle against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. He's got a tremendous vertical jump, and he shows it there.
On his way to his finest year in this his 7th season in the CFL. Another Calgary first down, and Burris looking for a lot more, but Britt Johnson tracking him. And the pass for O.J. Franklin, incomplete, just a yard beyond the line of scrimmage. That's how deep Henry Burris was chased by Brett Johnson.
Nick Lewis has been the center of attention all week long. Mentioned his great start in the best game of the 2010 season for him, and here's the hurdle. Had to show it to you one more time because he was up there.
That was his Sports Center moment last week. 2nd and 10. Is it time for 82 again? From midfield. Here comes the heat. And they've got Burris, Karan Williams, the former Stampeder. 2 years with Calgary, released by John Hufnagel. And you know, Karan Williams is fired up tonight.
Well, Henry Burris is going to be like all the viewers here tonight. They're not going to see Karan Williams right now, but I'll give you a little hint. He's right over here. Henry Burris doesn't see him either, but watch how he just bulldozes his way and becomes part of that picture right down the middle, number 9 in the lap of Henry Burris.
That's the first sack of the season for the highly touted free agent signing. Giannis Davis let it skip by him. There'll be a 5-yard no yards as he fields it at the 15. So it'll be Lion football at the 20 when we come back.